What a day. What a day. The staking program is live. Claims are live. We have about 200 people who have claimed already. People figuring it out. Going to make that Emblem holder count grow quite large. Going to rain tokens on people. And a lot of surprises that people are going to find out here at the end of the month. There's some breadcrumbs, but something I've come to find out is most of our community is not good at figuring that out. So they'll find out when they'll find out when the time comes. But Adam's back from his birthday, man. How are you feeling?
It was great, dude. I think it's funny because people they seem surprised, but dude, we're in it like all day long. But let's just say this is the first step of something even bigger, and this is pretty fucking awesome, by the way. Like, I'm sure some whales are gonna come in when they realize, holy shit, there's 100K here, just sitting waiting for stakers. So, but yeah, it's pretty awesome, and encourage anybody who's used the platform at all over the past year. Like, there's money sitting there waiting. All you got to do is reach out and pick it up.
Let's go. Happy birthday, Adam. Number one news topic of the day. Our GOAT, Adam, just had a birthday. And number two, man, hats off to Jake and the dev team. He has been putting them in overdrive for the staking program. It's a little undervalued how much work has gone into it. I think we really try to make everything seem easy and look easy, but it's like extremely difficult to innovate on the staking side. There's been nothing new under the sun for staking for years and years and years. People don't quite seem to get the innovation here. We handle a lot of other tokens from other communities. So you're staking Emblem and you're getting other tokens. You're not getting Emblem, you're getting other communities' tokens. And obviously no other team really has access to other teams' tokens. So quite a novel innovation here. A lot more to come on the staking side, a lot more to come on the product side, and a lot of the supply is going to be locked up. And it looks like a lot of the supply is being locked up for over a year. So I think what we're walking into is one of the most exciting times that we've gone through. Last July, we ran to all-time high with a release of Migrate Fund. This July, we're releasing our staking program and quite a few other things. So we'll see if we can top last July.
Yeah, we ran from 2 mil to 40 mil. That was quite a crazy run when people started figuring out what Migrate Fund was. We've added a bunch of features to the site to help people kind of understand what's going on. We will be adding more. I think we're going to be adding a banner up here across the top. There's a big stake button up here. We're going to have a claim button. There's kind of two different things that are ongoing here. I don't have a wallet that's signed up here, but there is a claim that we have made available to all of our Migrate Fund community. So first, a kind of crazy stat, and GM Dozy Doe, good to see you. He says, happy birthday, Adam. You go to the Migrate Fund account, pin thread, almost 33,000 wallets have interacted with an on-chain transaction for Migrate Fund. I think that's quite incredible that type of user base is that large for a project that has no token incentives and really didn't have a token up until today. It's just people using it in the middle of a bear market. Quite large, 33,000 unique users, 800,000 in revenue. The numbers continue. So if you've ever migrated, you are eligible to claim. But what are you claiming? You're claiming the Emblem token. That's for a staking program that we announced last month on June 22nd. So a few weeks ago. And basically what you do is you go to this claim page, the link's here, migrate.fund/claim/emblem. And you'll be presented with an option to claim Emblem in 4 different values of 1,000, 2,500, and 5,000. And the more Emblem you claim, the longer you stake, which means the larger the multiplier is. So what you see here in this screenshot is that this user is claiming 5,000 Emblem, and they're going to lock it for 365 days, should say 365-day lock. And they get 60,000 staking power, and the staking power is what goes into the pool. So let's say the staking pool has a staking power of 1 million, just for this example, and you have staking power, and you'll be getting 6% of all rewards that go to the staking pool. So it's pretty simple and straightforward there. The claim process, very simple. Like you literally just click a button, just like migrations, you click claim, and boom, you're done. You can actually stake and stake on top of this as well for some people who may be interested in doing that. And others, current Emblem holders have been staking. So that option is available to do. Basically, there's a full component to this. In 2 weeks, when the claim ends, we like to do everything in 2-week periods. That's usually when attention runs dry for most things in crypto. So 2 weeks, people come claim their emblem, and then we're going to start distributing rewards that are going to be reflective of how the Migrate Fund staking program actually works. So we have about $100,000 in USD value that's been donated to us from these projects that you see listed here, from like Bobo, Ace Data Cloud, Myro, Son, PayAI, Mumu, etc. Once July 22nd happens, so maybe on July 23rd, these rewards will begin distributed, and they vest over a 90-day period. So based on your staking pool power, you'll be getting these rewards. And basically it's just raining tokens down on you. So instead of like just getting Emblem as a reward, you're getting all of these projects. We're growing their user base. We're getting tokens in the hands of new users, new community members for these. And then you can get rewards. But after these tokens are distributed, then the Migrate Fund staking program is actively live. So the current projects that you see on the site, so these 4, Believe, Pokey, Jeet, and Just. Pokey and Believe both have over 30%, so they will be graduating. So 1.5% or up to 1.5% of their supply will be distributed to Emblem stakers. And then this goes in perpetuity for all of the projects that come through the Migrate Fund platform. So let's say a project down the road comes and they have a $10 million market cap. And when they complete their migration, they are sitting at a $100 million market cap, just for simple numbers. 1.5% of that supply would be distributed to Emblem stakers. So $1.5 million in that situation would be distributed to Emblem stakers over a 90-day period. So basically, it's a way for community members to go long on our ecosystem. So instead of having to buy all of the tokens that come through the platform, although we want you to support our migrating teams, you could just buy the Emblem token, stake it, and you will get rewards in perpetuity for at least as long as you are staking. And you basically will just come to the staking dashboard and you will claim. It's basically here. You can see here the different periods. We'll have a video out on how you can actually stake more. So you can, if you didn't claim and stake, you can come here and stake any amount, and then you can top up your different buckets, right? So these are kind of like different staking buckets for people who want to stake in different periods. I'm actually quite surprised. The majority of people have been staking in the longest one. Some people have been, doing the shortest one. So after 30 days, you'll get your tokens out. You can your emblem out, and you can keep it or sell it or hold it, do whatever you like. The majority of people are really liking the multiplier, right? Because basically they're saying that they believe in Migrate Fund long term and the ecosystem, and they think that migrations are going to continue for longer, and they want an active share in those tokens. So it's an easy way to support the ecosystem. See, look at that, 315 average stake period, 315 days, 2.3% already staked. And then you could go here and track the claims. This was at 69 this morning, so a few hours ago. Yeah, when I woke up, it was at 69.
Classic.
So we've got almost 200 people who came and claimed. There's 32,000 people are eligible. we'd love to have everyone claim. That's the goal. We have all of the teams who have begun, promoting the claim. I mean, you look at it, it has almost 10,000 views already. So a lot of people are aware, and hopefully they all go in and claim. But we'll see. We're going to be a lot more effective DMing people that have interacted with the Migrate Fund protocol, as pretty much we've done ticket support out of Migrate Fund. So we
it's
already
gotta be thousands, man, right? It's got to be a couple thousand at least, right?
Yeah, it's nuts.
I requested the data for the Migrate Fund account, so we'll find out how many people it actually is. But yeah, my guess would probably be 3,000 people for sure. I mean, the Bobo migration itself is like 600 or 700 people.
My God.
Yeah. So
thank God for Whisper Flow, bro.
Literally.
Or something else. Who knows what's next?
Yeah.
Who knows what's next? Yeah.
It saved us a little bit. So I hope everyone goes and claims. You can also just go buy Emblem on the market. This is increasing our holder base. It's actually kind of crazy. No one's bought Emblem since the announcement, or whether there's been one buy.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that for sure. But I think that they're still learning. I think people are still understanding it. Man, Adam, you want to go? Go ahead.
I'll go. I was just gonna say, like, it's just attention when is just really, really fickle in crypto right now. I'm just quite sure it's gonna be something that it really tips the scale, and then there's like this flood of, wait, what else do you guys do? Oh wait, what else do you guys do? Right? And it's like, it's just the way it works, man. It'll be slowly and then all at once. It's like, holy shit, wait, Migrate Funds generated $1 million in revenue. And, basically every token going forward, 1.5% of that's going to stakers. Holy shit. And you got to stake your Emblem. Holy shit. Yeah. So it's going to be like that. I have no doubt, it's just one piece of kind of this broader build out, which is crazy. Like, this is crazy. The amount of build out we've done. We basically built a full staking program, which could be used for other things as well. But obviously right now we're using for our own token. But yeah, it's just fantastic. Really amazing job by the team.
Yeah, absolutely crushed it. Analytics are good. Process is super seamless. What is happening here? Man, there's like so many bases that this release covers. Just for instance, like the unicorn migration. They ran from 750,000 to 50 million. Yep. Okay. If you were staked, you would have gotten, and the program was live, 1.5% of that would have gone to stakers. All you had to do is have your Emblem staked, and you would have hit a huge multiplier just by staking your Emblem. Like massive amounts of money with that 1.5% obviously would have gone to the stakers. And that's just one migration. And these migrations are going to continue. This is part of a rollout of our broader stake or our tokenomics plan, where we're rolling our token into all of our products. So this is one. You can use your imagination how we would roll it into all of our others, but this is just one part of it. Second of all, we're getting the Emblem token more associated with the Migrate Fund product and platform, where there wasn't a ton of connection there for a while. Migrate Fund was kind of its own standalone platform. We're really bringing it in-house. We're showcasing Emblem and our company and all of our products to 33 on-chain active holders, 33,000 on-chain active holders. That is a crazy amount of holders. And we're just broadening the appeal of the Emblem brand and all of our product suite. So, coming out of the bear market, wherever we are, we spent 9 months in a down market while Migrate Fund has just been chugging along. Now we have migrations pretty much completely at maturity in terms of the platform. Our devs are freeing up to work on some cool new products that we have coming online. We've got Emblem build hitting all-time highs. We've got a huge percentage of the Emblem token that'll be locked up for a year plus. Man, I don't know. Sometimes things just all come together at once. Feels like this is one of those moments.
Yeah, but when Binance, bro? When Binance?
When Robinhood chain. We need
when Robinhood chain, bro. So funny. Crypto is so like, well, what about this? What about this? It's like, bro, we've got
Emblem at 3.5 million is a crazy.
No, is that what it is right now? Dude,
like
I might just gonna go
million.
throw down more.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like a fucking zero brainer, man.
So
exciting times ahead. Build is continuing to grow as well. I think we're now officially over 100 builders. I think closer to 115 or 120 now. The intensity continues to grow. We keep optimizing in the background, and people are building cool shit. Chris, I know Chris has been really in the trenches with a lot of the builders. We had a very nice, I guess you call it testimonial yesterday by one of our OG
Carson.
community members, Carson. I'll pull it up here. He ended
I
up
keep
building.
saying that they're gonna say that we're paying for these reviews, and then the reviews just get more and looking like we're paying for them. These
Right.
are all legit reviews. No one's asking for reviews, so, but it does seem like it's escalating. The reviews and the almost like pay like reviews. It does seem like we're paying for them.
Carson said that Carson said it was easier to build an X402 endpoint with Emblem build than it was with Claude and Codex, which I thought was kind of crazy to say. It just shows you the wrapper, doing like a crypto wrapper around these coding products is definitely the right direction. And there's probably unlimited amount of, even outside of crypto, unlimited amount of coding products for literally every type of niche. Obviously, Cursor was just acquired for $50 billion. They were like kind of the first coding agent platform, but this is only going to continue to expand. I know there's a bunch of I'm seeing a lot of games and a lot of Bitcoin products actually come out, like games that are not even tokenized or anything like that. People who are just literally building games for fun. Maybe tokens and stuff come later, maybe they don't, but the creativity is
nuts.
Really immense. Mintface has been putting in a lot of
He
work.
needs to get off build. No, I'm just kidding. He launches like a new product or a new build like every 6 hours.
He put out like a thesis earlier. I need to find this. Yeah,
Yep,
here it is.
I didn't have a chance to read it, so I'll have to check it out.
I haven't had a chance to read this yet either. But
Cool. Pin that to the nest if you can. I'll check that.
Yeah, let me see. I'll pin it.
Yeah, shout out to Mintface, bro. What a legend. Happy to onboard him. Happy to just be talking to him in the DMs, and they really got the product from the first step. I said, wow, I'm so impressed that you were able to figure that out so quickly. He was like, it's crazy that Build understands crypto native technology and infrastructure so much more than something like Claude and Codex and all that. I was like, that is literally the exact lane that we're going. That's our lane. None of these frontier models touch crypto at all. It seems like it's the only industry that they don't want to touch because of how risky it is and how different it is and how it's probably small in terms of, other communities that they're focused on, like legal and science and everything else. Right. And so that's our lane. We're the only ones that are competing in this huge lane where we think crypto is going to transform the whole financial and technology sectors going forward. And we're the only ones building in this direction. And Mintface saw it instantly. He said, this is crazy that it's able to pick up so much crypto native talk and jargon and builds just so easily. And I just thought that was really interesting that he was able to come in and almost instantly see exactly what the value prop was and the value and the lane that we're taking.
Yeah, I think it's a natural evolution for a lot of people, myself included, right? Build something simple. I guess actually maybe not. I did the exchange first, but then the other way. But then it's like, well, what about this idea and this idea and this idea? Yeah. And it's just naturally creative people. Just Emblem, like it's literally the best. Just full stop. It's just way better than using Claude. I've onboarded normies who are like, holy shit, dude. I was like lost. I didn't know what to do with Claude. I couldn't do a website, just shit like that, bro. It's just infinitely better. And then, once it's like, oh, I can do this. Then it's like, oh shit. And I've always wanted to build this Bitcoin wallet for all counterparty assets, plus stamps, plus fucking ordinals, right? And it's like, holy shit, I can do it.
Insane.
And you can actually do it is fucking crazy, right? And so, yeah, man, this is only gonna like escalate and accelerate, right? As we onboard more people. It's fucking, yeah, we're already seeing, like, it's exciting. We feel it, right? This is like, it's happening. It's ramping. And yeah, it's just been, we're gonna be able to keep the lights on, right? It's like that's the concerns, but those are the right concerns. Those are the concerns you want to have. It's like, fuck, it's gonna explode.
We're hitting ceilings. Yeah. We're hitting ceilings and heavy usage every day. We're scaling our compute, scaling our inference. We're hitting highest all-time users every day. We're hitting highest concurrent users every day. The amount of compute that's going through build is literally insane. You guys are eating inference credits like it's like nothing. It's bonkers. And I think just one of the coolest things about the platform is a couple things that Adam said. Number one, that you can just have an idea and build it in minutes or an hour if you want to polish it up. That is insane. You can literally go to Mintface's profile. He's not part of the team. He's putting out products multiple a day. That's not like some paid advertisement. That's just him ideating and building products that are going live. Yeah. That's insane. And then a quick side quest from that is like rare BTC assets, all crypto, all Bitcoin and counterparty stamps and ordinals in one marketplace. That's a very clear value prop. But Jake and Adam actually joined Emblem to build out a historical marketplace. That's why they joined the team. That was the whole reason why they joined the team. They transformed the company into a historical NFTs marketplace company and really focus on that sector. Well, 3 years later, we released a product that built the marketplace in 4 days.
Literally insane.
So
crazy! It's literally
the transformation.
Crazy.
If you think of the transformation, what's going on here? It's bonkers. So
it's crazy.
I guess
we got a nice comment to start. Just a shout out. Nando Slice says, by the way, smart move by Migrate Fund team to not let you claim and dump your tokens. You actually have to stake your airdrop, and so you participate in their staking protocol in order to claim the airdrop later on, which may make you want to participate in their protocol longer than you first intended. That's shout out to Nando Slice for noticing that. It's a big issue.
The vision. He sees the vision. That's another thing too, is that, sorry, and then I'll let you go, but a lot of people might not be getting the staking program, but the best way to get it is to do it. So we're forcing you to do it, and then you'll get it. So we can explain it away a million times over. Best way to understand it is just to do it, and you're forced to do
once it starts raining down tokens in your wallet.
It's kind of obvious, right? Like, all right, yeah. I get it. Yeah. So
I mean, we literally said it's not joking, $100,000 UST value, maybe plus or minus 10, 20K as it's volatile. And these tokens are literally going to be shown. They're going to show up in your staking dashboard, and it's literally just going to say claim these tokens, and you'll get it based off of the share. And then in perpetuity, as more migrations come through, it actually makes migrations bullish for the Emblem token, because if you have a big project that comes in and it's a $50 million migration, then everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck, all the migrators are going to get, almost $1 million airdrop here over the next, whatever it is, few weeks once the migration is completed. And so it just makes everything more connected, which is always the goal here, right? So that's why we wanted to make sure that everyone stakes and participates. The more rewards that you get, or the higher the claim, obviously the more multiplier, so the more share. Because we've all been in crypto long enough, been going into our 4th cycle now at this point. The current airdrop model is definitely broken. And I think it's broken because the majority of airdrops that happen, first CM Payne says, greeting and thanks from the Bobo community. The Bobos appreciate you. We appreciate you guys. Absolute legends.
The
Bobo community based as fuck. Rect is also really stand-up guy as well. Sometimes like the founders and stuff of these projects are different people when you're like talking to them in TG, but he's definitely the same person on public timeline and in private.
Yeah, he's cool.
Shout out to the awesome community. But you stake this for a year. You have a 60,000 staking power into the staking pool. I think the staking pool's up to like 250 million or something of that nature. And you can always buy Emblem and stake more. But you'll start getting these rewards, and the current staking or the current airdrop model is broken, because what happens is these teams come in and they raise $50 million. They pump their token to $1 billion, and then they airdrop 25% supply, and it just literally gets nuked into oblivion.
And they sell all their vesting tokens on the back end while you guys are staking it. That's what always happens.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so this time it's different, right? You're with us in the ground floor. 5,000 Emblem right now is like $20, but that's at a $4 million market cap. If a year from now, it's at a 40. If we're at a $40 million market cap, that's now what would that be, like a 10x, like $200 airdrop plus the rewards, right?
Plus
So
all
it's
the
almost
rewards, bro.
Plus the Bobo going 10x or 100x,
Bro.
plus the whatever X going 100x, plus all the migrations to come, plus the integrations of all of our other products.
Are there going to be these charts in 2 years? It's like if you claimed the emblem and you just left it there.
Yeah, right.
You got $50,000.
That's the goal, right? That's the goal, to change up how the airdrop and staking kind of systems work. But it's amazing what's really going on here.
Yeah, some of our OG emblem holders, they've been around right since like COVOL and stuff. So some of these people in the community have been around literally almost 10 years now at this point. They were like amazed that you don't get emblem when you stake. And that's really what's wrong with a lot of the staking programs, right? That's another one of the VC baskets, because they have these like unlimited amount of tokens they've raised money on. They actually don't give a fuck if the token gets dumped at all, right? They're just trying to keep the value high early so that they can sell and make more money to then fund their operations. So the token just continues to get dumped into oblivion. But here you're participating in the other communities. And we don't want you to actually sell the other tokens, right? I don't want you the tokens to literally get dumped into oblivion. That's why it's vested over a 90-day period. It's actually participate. Our community is generally a community of holders. I know Solana is generally not a community of holders. So I'm not going to say we're going to go out here and completely change the Solana culture. But if you're getting this token over a 90-day period, basically gives the team 90 days, to basically give you confidence to participate. The Bobo community, also a community of a lot of holders. I know a lot of those people that we had talked with had been holding since it was had like an 8-month range below $1 million or whatever it was before it took off. So people went cross chain. And that's generally our community. And again, you're not going to change it. But also for the teams, right? Why would a team want this? One thing that we found is that when teams are migrating, a lot of the migrating teams fail to get over 1,000 holders, us included. And a lot of times this impacts outside speculators who don't believe like there's a large community. It impacts a lot of these like verification systems that are looking for volume and holders to give like the organic score, token verifications. I think on like Phantom, one of the requirements is like you have to have over 1,000 holders to get verified. So if we have, the goal here is to get everyone to claim, right? If we had 30,000 stakers, that would be absolutely insane. Probably not going to reach that,
Crazy.
But ideally, right, the goal is like to get 10,000 people claimed in stake. It's a really high target, especially here when no one's paying attention. But even a few thousand people, every project that migrates now has confidence that they can get their holder count immediately over a few thousand by migrating. So it actually makes it more. It creates this positive feedback loop for migrations, because now teams have confidence that, I'm cleaning out my old project, which is all these dead wallets. The team is going to get all of these unclaimed tokens back. And then they're going to get essentially all of their holders back or more, using less of the supply than what they're going to get back. Most migrating teams get on average back, I think it's like about 30% of the supply. Some are definitely lower for sure. And some are a little bit higher. But they're going to get 30% of the supply, right? And then they get a few thousand holders for 1.5%. It's like it's a no-brainer. No-brainer trade-off.
No-brainer. I mean, we've seen it even with our token, just trying to get enough holders, to help with the metrics across Solana, and just the way all these different sites and stuff weigh the token, if it's a scam or not. It's just having that wide holder count is huge. Honestly, if you're claiming right now, and I recommend everybody go claim, check your different wallets, because you've probably migrated out of different wallets. I got to start doing that later today, because God knows how many wallets we've been, playing around.
I think I tested. I think there was like 10 or something like that from like all the different testing wallets. That's what we used to test. Yeah.
But even, of course, if you're claiming, you don't want anybody to claim, right? Because it's like you want to have it all for yourself. But I would, hopefully we're going to land at least a few thousand wallets, which is awesome for the teams, right? That's the whole.
And one more thing is that we really believe in these teams. We if you want to rug your project, go. There is way easier ways to rug your project than to do a migration. So it is so much work on the back end for these teams to organize everything and get it all going. We think that if you're migrating your project, you believe in the future of it, and you're doing everything you can to make that project succeed. And I think in the bull market, we're going to really start to see these. Like you look at over the last month, what were some of the biggest gainers, Jake? It was Unicorn. It was
Bobo.
Bobo. Was doing
Cupsy
pretty
yesterday.
Well. Cupsy went crazy. A lot of the top performers on Pump Fun over the last 30 or 60 days were migration teams. And I think that that's going to continue going forward. And so really cross collaborations between our community and their communities. And we believe in the teams that are migrating to really push the envelope and continue doing everything that they can to succeed. I mean, it's a no-brainer. The staking program becomes a no-brainer when you take that mindset that we think that these teams are going to be the ones that are going to continue to kill it because they're the ones willing to go out and make a change for their communities.
Holy cow, Cupsy ripping.
So this is from a few days ago. This was two days ago. Cupsy shot up to like almost 20 million or so. You had Unicorn that pumped to 50 million. So 2 days ago, we actually crossed 100. It was 105 million cumulative market cap for migrated teams.
Incredible.
$10 million in trading volume across those, and almost 6 million in liquidity. You look at these again. This is 2 days old. Unicorn was at 30 million. Cupsy was at 16 million. Bobo's in third at 8 million. And then Pay AI is migrated to Radium. They're at 6 million. Link, also Radium migration, 5 million. Reigns at 5. That was Pump Fun. Unicorn Pump Fun at 4. Emblem at 4 with some Meteor migration. Kitty on the comeback. That was a bonk fun.
Wow, that's
migration.
crazy.
I saw it. Yeah, that community is wild. The kitty one is actually the only migration where the migrating team actually rugged them afterward.
And now they're back, bro.
And
They
now
did
they're
not
back.
give up those guys.
Yeah, the team claimed, I think it was like 30 or 40% of the supply after the claim period end, and they just literally
One-shotted. Did they one-shot it? I can't remember.
they literally one-shotted the entire thing. And
That's awesome.
the kitty community was coming for our heads, claiming like we were working with them to rug them and all that stuff. But those are the kind of things that are all right. But if you think about it, 85, I think will be 90 completed migrations by the end of the month. And only one team has actually rugged, like immediately.
It's really amazing. Honestly, it's not even luck. It's just teams typically won't take this on because it's such a pain to do it.
100%.
Like there's just I don't know. It's kind of amazing. I wouldn't have thought that when we first started this, but it's like a self-filtering thing. Wild. Awesome.
And like there are these big communities that have interest in migrating. Can't name any names. Can't do anything. There are.
Win Pepe, bro. I'm ready for Pepe, bro.
We have talked to a lot of these teams. There is major interest in some of them are going to migrate. Like
all it's going to take is one big one, and then it's like the floodgates.
We have talked with 9-figure teams have reached
100%.
out to us. There's been multiple 9-figure teams from Solana and not on Solana as well, but all about migrating to Solana actually is
so like we talked the other day. There's these giant teams that we talk with that obviously there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of yeses. There's a lot of nos. It takes everything to get on board. There's a lot of money that can come from just one of those or two of those. But there's probably even more money to come from the massive magnitude of like smaller teams, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. That probably adds up to more than migrating a billion or a $2 billion token. But the good thing is we don't have to pick and choose. We can do them all.
Still want those billies though.
Yeah, I mean that's the headline. But it will come.
Unicorn when Unicorn started their migration, they were at 750K market cap. When they finished their migration, I think they were at 2 million, and then literally pumped up to 50 or 60 million. So it was like a 75x if you had bought literally when they announced their migration, and then held it all the way to then. Bobo as well is the same thing. I mean, Bobo when they announced their migration, they were like 4 million, ran up to like 25 mil. So you see a lot of these, right? So those are the rewards that get.
Like the perspective of the timing in the market. This is everything across the board down 90%. Average market cap right now, maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Well, a year ago, average market cap was 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. Big token was not 1 billion, it was 10 billion. So if you play with the numbers and you think that crypto's not dead and you think that it's going to have another cycle that's going to be banging, the fees and the stake from these teams is going to go absolutely bonkers, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Exciting times ahead. Appreciate everyone who's in the crowd. See some builders, some OG community members. I'm telling you, man, there's some big surprises coming that you guys are going to be shocked by. I mean, if
you are not ready,
if you could probably put the pieces together if you are paying attention. Just know that I literally put it right in the announcement. Emblem Vault has a piece of the staking program in some capacity. So just pay attention. We'll plug it all together at some point here in time. So moving on from the great news, and we're currently at 240 stakes. So another 30 people have claimed since we started this call. I think we'll be over 1,000 Emblem holders by the end of the day, which is really good. Things to think about too. One final piece here. Yes, these people are claiming and staking, but you still have their attention. I think that's like the most important thing, which is what who was that tweeted earlier? Nando Slice was mentioning. Even though they don't have possession of their tokens, you have their attention. So they're now invested into the ecosystem. So we started at 600 holders. We're now close to 1,000. Let's say, in 2 weeks from now, we're at 4,000 people have claimed or staked. We've essentially almost 10x the attention of the ecosystem. So now it's obviously up to us to then continue that attention and turn that attention into actual engagement and activity. Yeah. But the attention is the first part of that.
I hope you have a big product release then, Jake.
Big one. Maybe we should go launch on Robinhood. CM Payne says Bobo Bear case target is 1 billion. Another project that needs you probably doesn't yet is Shiro Neko.
We were tagged in that last night, actually, that we should migrate them.
Yeah,
Maybe it was Payne. I'm not sure.
We're happy to talk to all of them. Again, we've talked with. I'm not joking. Some of the largest teams that you would even be surprised would even reach out about a migration, have reached out to us.
Yep.
There's obviously the bigger the project, the more, the more variables are to it. Centralized exchanges. There's
market makers,
IP stuff. Like it's like it turns out like there's like a internal struggle for control over the project.
Always, every single time has that.
Run into that a bunch of times. Yeah. We've had teams reach out that migrated where one of the like two founders messaged us privately about saying who's in actual control over the project.
and selling us the other dude's a scammer, but they're not. And then the other dude's like, but he's the real scammer. It's like, whoa, what are we doing, bro?
It's like Succession or something like that, like billions.
It's super interesting, but yeah, we're happy to talk to everyone, and they don't even have to be on Solana, right? We have capabilities to migrate people from any EVM chain. So if they want to migrate from Base or BNB, or should probably just launch Robinhood migrations and be like, when you guys are tired of Robinhood, come back to the base, come back to the main chain.
Robinhood's dead in a week.
Yeah,
come over to Pump Fund, man.
I mean, we've talked about adding bounties for community members that want to go and scout migration teams. If you want to make a little money, we'll probably launch something like that. Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, Emblem build is going crazy. The engagement, all obviously unpaid for, believe it or not, all the unpaid reviews, all the buzz on the timeline. Quirk that up with a bunch of the supply being locked up, and then we're in front of 33,000 new wallets that we didn't really necessarily have direct access to that we do now. I mean, the setup is crazy. The Migrate Fund team has chats with every single exchange. We have chats with every single big project. We have chats with all of the every big player on Solana and basically in the entire industry. And the token's at $4 million. There is not another team that's better positioned for what happens next. I promise you that.
Game time. Speaking of Robinhood, though, has been taken off memes. Is this the same playbook like we saw last year with people bridging over to Tron for meme season, people bridging over to XRP for memes? People are bridging over to Robinhood for memes. I think that was kind of expected. Are we bullish or bearish on Robinhood chain? And then how do they match up against their counterpart Coinbase with Base Chain.
I was thinking, who's going to be the Jesse of Robinhood? Like, who's going to be the cringe dude? I mean, look, do I think Robinhood can kick Base's ass? Like a million. You know, I think Base has to be the one that's scared here.
Yeah.
You know, do I think it's going to take a lot? Like, it's really hard to move liquidity. Like, it's just really, really hard. It could happen. Like, I guess. And look, we all know, like, Robinhood's a great operator. Those guys are awesome. So it's got a good shot. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think Pump you could trade it natively right in the Pump wallet. So that's a huge bonus for kind of activity and stuff like that. You know, L2s, man. I don't know. I still like I'd still put my money on Solana.
Yeah, I mean, the ecosystem is going to be the ecosystem. The Robinhood ecosystem is extremely sticky. They trade obviously billions and billions of dollars a day. I mean, that's bigger than probably any crypto exchange. I don't know, maybe it's not. I would have to check. But also, like, he's the GOAT. He's like one of the GOATs.
He's good, dude.
Like, I
mean, if he becomes the Jesse, fuck.
Yeah,
you know, could be trouble over there. Yeah.
Vlad, he has the charisma. He has like the product knowledge. Everything that he seems to launch seems to be really, really great. It's almost the exact opposite of Brian, to be honest with you, where
totally.
Brian can't get a launch, and Vlad continues to stack up launches time and time again and prove that he is one of the most elite operators in the business. So, yeah, another good move by Robinhood. I really love to see it, actually.
You know, what's interesting is when they announced Robinhood Chain, they had onboarded all these like token launchers and companies. Virtuals was one of them. Banker was one of them. Ultimately, I was looking at it, the winning token launchpad is one that nobody's actually even ever heard of. So it actually pays to be early and to be even new. It's called Noxa or Noxa Fun. Wow. Is the winning launchpad. They've done, look at this, 2.5 million in LP fees in one day. They've only been live on the chain for literally 9 days. Absolutely madness. I was looking at this site though. The one thing that I thought was unique is it pays to continue to keep trying. You look at like the chains that Noxa is deployed on: Monad, Intuition, Mega ETH, Stable, Merlin, Arc, and then Robinhood Chain.
Merlin, god damn, these guys really did it. Holy shit.
So they just kept trying, right? They just took their tech
them,
and they just kept trying on different chains, and Robinhood is the one that won.
Love to see it. The true like founder's journey of like literally never giving up. Merlin Chain, I mean, he must have been down tremendous. You think he's got Merlin Chain? There was some doubts in that company.
Arc, what the fuck? Arc is still around? Seriously.
Wow. You know, internally they were like, man, this is just not going anywhere. Like, love to see them get a big win. You could build that website, you could build that exchange, you can build that launchpad on Emblem Build. I guarantee it. I 100% promise you that you can build that on Emblem Build. You can build anything on Emblem Build. So if you want to build the next great launchpad, maybe just go to Emblem Build.
I was thinking about this as I was like looking at it, and I was like, to launch an L1 now, probably a much better environment today than it was last cycle, because anybody could go build an app on top of it. The big issue with like the L1s, you're not going to get like the L1 premium and shit like you used to have, but you could go launch an L1 now and you could have dozens of apps built by people within like a few weeks, right? That was like the big issues. People would launch L1s and there was just not shit to do on them. You couldn't even trade meme coins on them for a while, right? Because the bridging stuff. So now you have literally like, you have a builder army if you offer like the right incentives or if people see the right opportunity.
It's interesting. I was talking to Paul, you know, who's doing the Bitcoin fork next month. And it was one of the things that stunned me about when I was talking to him. On a space, right? We're on a space and people are giving him shit and stuff. And, you know, somebody brought up this really good point. He's like, well, what are you going to have for like block explorers and just the basic, you know, functionality? He's like, I don't know. Somebody's going to build it. And I'm like, bro, wow.
Good luck,
like this is the strategy. Like you truly believe that build it and they will come. It's like, no, they won't, bro.
That's never happened before, ever.
I was like, if you're not, I said to him, I was like, Paul, if you don't provide like this basic infrastructure and you just expect people to magically build this shit, it's not gonna Nobody's gonna do it, dude.
It's probably
but he
one of the
did-
most misleading statements ever. Build it and they will come. I don't know the last time that's ever actually happened.
It just doesn't
People think
happen.
that's true. It's
Yeah,
not
I was
true.
surprised. So I was very bearish hearing that. He was really just of the mindset that no, they're just gonna all gonna just happen. Bro. People are just gonna build it. I was like, ooh, ouch.
Bold strategy,
That one-
Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
Yeah, bold, exactly, bro. Fucking exactly. I was
Bold
like,
strategy, Cotton. Rasmer had a good, I don't know if he had a good tweet, but he had a tweet that I replied to yesterday that's pretty relevant here. Let me find it. Where he just said, I don't know where it went. I don't know, maybe I can't find it.
about Robinhood.
Yeah, basically it was like people are still launching L1s and L2s, but people should be building applications. And
Totally.
like Emblem Build empowers everybody to build applications. Crypto has, I was listening to a podcast with Toby, the Shopify founder, the other day, and he was just talking about how he got into crypto and how he found it was because it was this intersection of like really intellectually curious people and really passionate users, and like that overlap is almost always a major win for investment or a place that you need to be double downing and looking into. And like for over a decade, we've had so many passionate users that are crypto diehards, but there's nothing for them to do. But the Emblem Build platform allows all of that army of passionate users to become builders. They can become crypto builders, and we're seeing it every day where people are building crazy stuff on Emblem Build. It's only been live for a month. This is like, it is so obvious that that is something that if you build a platform that allows people to build, they will actually come and they will actually build because their passion is unmatched. They're following their passion and their North Star.
Yeah, I hope we go back to that era. It does feel like we're starting to, like when we got into crypto, everything was white papers and essays and more just like intellectually curious people speculating on the future of society and such.
For sure.
And it does feel like now with, Robinhood is a good step in that direction to get those type of users into the ecosystem, because you can already tell you already know what Robin's going to do. They're not building for the crypto native people. They already have the distribution. They don't give a fuck about the crypto. Obviously, meme coin people, right? They want to import some of the culture over, but they have, I don't even know how many users they have, hundreds of millions of users or whatever it is. Yep. They're building the crypto rails for them, and their chain's going to be completely invisible on the back end, right? And those crypto traders, they are degens and stuff, but there's institutional traders and volume that goes through that as well, right? And so when that happens, then you start getting back to these like quote unquote fundamentals. Although I don't know if it's going to be like exactly the same as the stock market because there's different metrics to it. But once you get those type of people into the ecosystem, obviously Clarity will help with that as well. Then we'll move more into the application era, people building apps. And I think it's more like people identify, oh, I could build this app in a few hours or a few days and basically make $1 million or $2. Once that attention becomes very obvious, then we're going to have that crazy type of mania. Obviously, that's what we're like betting the company on because that seems very apparent. So it's good to have the skills now so that you're ready. Because whenever you start getting like, I don't know, Charles Schwab chain and like all these other ones, like someone's going to have to come build this stuff and you could do it really quickly. Or even like, if you believe in like hyper tokenization, who knows the future where cities deploy their own blockchains or apps or L2s or whatever. And so if you're just ready for that, you'll have a huge advantage.
Yeah, and it's going into the distribution era. Like, Lunchables has been around forever, and Mr. Beast has a huge following. He launches Beastables. Is Beastables that much better than Lunchables? I'm not sure, but he's able to build a similar counterpart and scale it to a decent-sized business because he has the distribution. And so we're providing tools for big builders like that can build the next application using our platform. And everybody's going to want to do this. I mean, everybody's going to want to have an application. Everybody's going to want to do that. It's so clear to me that the era of entrepreneurship is getting kickstarted again, like it was in the early 2010s. That was like such a great era for mobile entrepreneurship, and I think we're going to see the next generation of like crypto and internet entrepreneurship here. It seems like super obvious, especially with people being laid off and people being scared of their job security. I think like the side hustle culture is really going to lean into
Yeah.
It's going to ramp into this online and crypto entrepreneurship and application building kind of era that we haven't seen in maybe a decade or two. I could totally see it clearly.
The Gen Z kids are saying that all the cool kids are now paying for experiences and going outside now, though. Although I don't know if you saw Thread Guy's post yesterday.
No.
I guess he went to like the Hamptons for 4th of July, and he basically said like everywhere he goes now, everything is exactly the same, and that he just wants to go back to like the house and chill and like. Going out, he's like going outside. Basically, going outside is not as fun, but doing like house parties and things with your friends.
Wait, so the experience guy is he's leaving the experiences? Wasn't that his whole thesis for like months? Now he wants to go back inside. The guy that figured out outside wants to go back.
I like my computer, bro. I like my computer.
That's a joke. What is even going on?
So
I swear to God, 2 weeks ago, Jake told me he was
the
master of experiences and how IRL is going to transform everything. And we were like, it's been doing that, and now he's ready to go.
He's like, I've been outside. I'm good. I don't want to do it again. I'm out.
Well, the funny part too, the reason why I joke about Thread Guy is Thread Guy's first ever podcast was on my podcast.
Yeah,
that's true.
We did his docs party 2022. I think it was like January of 2022.
It's true.
I've known him since he had like literally like 2,000 followers. So I'd like to joke on him. But it literally says, I hate it here. I went to the Hamptons for 4th of July. And he basically said they spent 30 grand on, it was like with a bunch of chicks and stuff. 30 grand on Airbnb. He said they went out to a few bars. And he's like, basically that everything is long lines. It's the same people at the same shit. And then he goes on to basically say like, how the fuck does everyone have money out here? He's like, everyone's 25, but everyone's spending all this money. He's like, how is everyone
so rich?
Yeah, he's like, how is it simultaneously everyone's so broke and rich at the same time? Everyone complains about being broke, but yeah, everyone's at this like all expensive shit. You know, in Vegas, it's been that way literally forever.
Welcome to the world, bro.
Yeah,
it never really makes sense. The Hamptons are overrated. I agree, but whatever. Everywhere's overrated. I mean, what does that even mean? I don't know.
And at the end of it, he basically says like, anytime he goes out, he just thinks about live streaming is just so much more fun than actually.
Literally same. Yeah.
Bro, hey, when you love what you do, you know, good for
We're such nerds. I'll be out and I'll be like, I gotta get back to my. I gotta get back to.
I mean, I'm the same. I'm like, I just want to get back in Emblem build, man. I've got to finish this shit out.
Chris and I were at a beach club last weekend?
Like 2 weeks ago,
or 2 weekends ago. We were at it used to be White Republic, but now it's Palm Tree or whatever. we're just sitting there for like 2 hours just talking about like Emblem build and shit.
We were just talking about work. I was like, dude, we cannot escape it.
We cannot escape this.
We literally go outside one time a month. And
bro, that's when you know you love what you do like that. You never work a day in your life.
I mean, it's the most fun for us. This is like literally what we want to do. I don't know if anyone listening understands that we wake up and we work on Emblem, and then we work on it until we go to bed every single day. That's all.
Bro, last night we're out to dinner and whatever, talking with a friend of mine's kid who graduated college, went to like elite school, but can't get a job, right? And it's just, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm applying for jobs. And I'm like, no, but what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm applying for jobs. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing, dude? It's like, you're in the greatest time in the history of the world. Yeah. What do you fucking do? You can like, they don't get the memo, man. Like people have not got the memo yet, right?
That is such a good story. Like to bring it back to Shopify and Toby, the reason why he started as a computer engineer is because he could not get a job.
Yeah,
he had to start Shopify because he couldn't find a job. Like that is the entrepreneur story, where especially in today's climate, where nobody can find the jobs, even the most elite can't find because they're all getting replaced by AI.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking
replaced by AIs. So you couldn't pay us enough to work the way that we work for this company. Like there is no amount of money. It wouldn't be possible. We literally spend all day, every day building Emblem. And it's the coolest thing that I've ever done. This is the most fun I've ever had. Every day is a beautiful, chaotic mess.
Do it.
Beautiful, chaotic mess. I think we'll wrap it up here today. It's been a lot of fun. It's really exciting, to say the least. All of the different things that are coming in the ecosystem. Looks like a few people are starting to buy the token now, which is nice. Well, a few, I mean, like two, but One by one, we'll onboard everybody. As always, appreciate everyone who's been on space. Make sure you're following the Migrate Fun account, GMTU Wooden. Did I see that they created like a Chief Pussy game? Or was it you, Chris, that created that?
I created that, yeah.
Okay. I played it the other day. I played it yesterday.
It was
I got, like,
dope.
third
Dude,
high
what'd you
score.
think?
I thought it was fun.
So
Really
it's a
fun.
game where
Those
you
games
can,
are getting good, getting really good.
yeah, the pace that I can build them at is absolutely bonkers. But basically, Chief Pussy and Tabane. Tabane is the Mount Gox cat. He's the cat that Tabane was. It was like Tabane Limited. I think was like the C corp that they behind Mount Gox, the exchange, the legendary Bitcoin exchange. It was named after Mark Karpelis's cat, and so it's like ingrained in the Bitcoin lore. Mount Gox obviously notoriously hacked for 850,000 Bitcoin, the biggest Bitcoin hack ever. And so with the game, which I think more communities should really do, is you ingrain the history in the game. And as you level up, you learn more about the history of Mount Gox, Mark Karpelis, and Tabane, and stuff like that. And so just different ways to showcase that a game doesn't just have to be a game. Really trying to build out, informational, educational, and entertaining products for your community. And I think that was a good showcase of kind of checking all those boxes.
Very cool.
But go collect the Bitcoins on it's called Breach Protocol. You rescue the breached Bitcoins from the Mt. Gox hack. That's a banger. That would have taken months to build. I built it in a day.
Awesome.
So it would have taken months. It would have cost like 50,000. So pretty cool.
Dude, we are getting some claim. Every time I check the claiming thing, there's new people. It's like 2 or 3 more people. 200 over 250 now. So let's
Have you ever seen I told you to watch it before, Jake. It's that movie with Owen Wilson. It's the entrepreneurship one where they create that porn website. They create the payment processor for the.
Oh yeah.
What's that one?
Yeah,
it's very good.
It's the one about like the early internet, right?
Yeah.
How, like,
so
the
basically,
early-
they created like a payment processor for porn sites is what they ended up using it for. And basically, anytime a new customer signed up, they had like a bell that would ring, and they to see if there was new users coming online because they didn't really have
bing,
alerts.
bing, 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 bing,
And then eventually, it was just like bing, 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 and so
that's
what I was
awesome.
saying, we should put a bell for every time we get a new stake.
Yeah.
Universal bell. Sorry, that was a
Literally.
long-winded reference, but Adam, if you haven't seen that movie,
No, I don't know if I have. I like
I'll
that.
send it to you.
252. So
Bell,
hopefully
ring the bell.
bing 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 bing. Until then, everyone, have a fun and safe Thursday. Have a good weekend. Please make sure you claim your emblem, buy some more and stake if you want to get a higher participation. Again, a lot of things coming. We focused on the claim for the 2 weeks, and then look for some fireworks after that happens. Until then, see you guys soon.
Later, guys.